Hello, students. Today we'll do lesson 4 of moral science, the irony of an iron man. This is the story of an honest merchant named Dunichand. He was very rich and renowned. Renowned means famous, but due to some unfortunate happenings, he lost his whole wealth and became very poor. He had to take help from his friends and had to sell his everything. In the end, only a set of weighing scale was left with him. It was made of hard iron and was very costly. It was a scale of destiny for him. He wanted to start a new business, but for that he needed some money. So he decided to borrow money from his friend Tikam Das, a pawnbroker. Pawnbroker means a person जो कोई चीज़ गिरवी पे रखकर पैसे देता है, that is called pawnbroker. Dunichand went to Tikam Chand and requested him to lend some money and keep his set of scales, which were of much more value than the money he wanted to borrow. Tikam Das was a greedy and clever person. He agreed as it was a great deal, and he gave money to Duni Chand with the agreement that when he will pay back the money, his set of scales will be returned to him. Duni Chand was very hard working and honest man. He started a new business in a new town and soon became very successful. After 1.5 years, he went to Tikam Das to pay back the debt and take his scales back. Debt means karza. But Tikam Das did not want to return the scales. So he said that he don't have his scales because they are eaten up. He explained that hundreds of mice attacked in his godown and ate everything, including his scales. Dunichand understood that he was telling a lie. He was very wise and intelligent man. So he said calmly that it's not his fault, it's the fault of his destiny that might has chosen his iron scales to eat. He said to his friend that he wanted to take bath in the river, but as he is having clothes and some other precious things with him, so he can he send his son with him to look after his things while he will take bath? Tikam Das agreed and sent his son with him. Dunichand took his son with him on the river, took bath, and after that he locked the boy in his house. When he returned to Tikam Chand's house, he worriedly asked that where is his son? Dunichand told him that when he was taking bath in the river, he saw many birds in the sky, and all of a sudden one hawk came and carried his son away with it. Tikam Chand angrily said that he is not fool, that he will believe his foolish story. He started screaming and crying and said that if he will not return his son, then he will go to the king to complain, and the king will punish him. But Tunichand again repeated the same story and said that he was helpless as Hawk has carried away his son. Both of them went to the king. When king heard the whole story, he shouted and said that how can I believe that a hawk can carry away a boy? Dunichand politely replied that in the same way as mice has eaten up a large set of iron scales, in the same way boy is also carried away by the hawk. King could not understood what Duni Chand meant by it, but Tikam Chand understood very well. When the king came to know the real story, that how Tikam Chand has made a story of a mice and refused to give back his scales, then he ordered Tikam Chand to return the scales and also pay a large amount of fine for being dishonest. Duni Chand returned his son and got back the scales. So, children, the moral of the story is that we should never be dishonest. Honesty is the best policy of life.